Howdy, and welcome to the Lunch Table, a podcast that's recorded every Monday because we know how bad they suck. Well, I guess we record on Sundays, but we release on Mondays.
We record on whatever day we feel like.
Yeah, but we try to make sure it's released on Mondays.
Yeah.
Usually Sundays, I guess. Late Sundays, early Mondays.
That's just because you're incohesive on different days.
Yeah, that's true.
And I just don't know what today is.
Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Ooh,
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Make
good.
sure to get your mom stuff.
You can time this episode.
Yes. A podcast about two friends who can't stay on track. So let me introduce who's around the table tonight.
Urinary tract.
Ooh, infection?
No, just urinary tract.
Ooh. What are we tracking? Urinary.
Track and field.
Ooh. I rocked that track and field. Not really.
I did pull out the gun today.
You did. You didn't get to shoot nothing though.
I saw when I went back out.
So let me introduce who's around the table. Tonight with me is my right-hand man, the dude who's always down to be with me. My jelly to the peanut butter of our sandwich. Yeah. No, I'm the jelly. You're the peanut butter.
I'm sticky sweet because, pre-diabetes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. All the protein. Pre-diabetes. You son of a bitch. And as always, Mr. Google himself, Drew. Believe it or not, I have an outie and an innie. Otsonizer!
I do indeed.
You do, dude.
One innie, one outie.
And your innie can get hard, but still be an innie.
Yeah. It's really bad when they're both outies.
Whoa.
It's
Wait,
like-
the one will fold out?
Yeah.
Dude, that's got to be sharper than a diamond.
Oh, it's gotten better since I've been losing weight too.
Yeah, okay.
It's acting normal.
Yeah. My nipples are finally acting normal. And as always, your host with the most.
Herpes-infested honky-tonk hookers in his trunk.
Wow, dude, that was a lot.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Okay, but to be fair,
Yeah,
to
it's a
have
mouthful.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But to be fair, to have the most, we only need one. So it's not
you
like-
don't know that. Whatever.
So it's not
I
like
am
have
also a
problem.
host here.
It's not like I have a problem. I only have one.
Couple. Don't lie to people.
Carl Jones. Dude, someday someone's gonna break down our door from all these chicks. Like seriously, they're
Dude,
gonna think we're serious.
We have an insider at the FBI agents.
Dude, we are definitely on lists. Every time we try to start this, it goes horrible.
Yeah, that's
love
half the
it.
fun of it.
I know. We're dry, just like the rubs we like.
Rub downs.
By Asian women.
I don't know that I've
Massage
ever been
parlors?
with Asian women.
No massage parlors ever.
I mean, there was one. She was.
If you Robert Kraft, you
Potentially
would have been
Asian.
plenty.
I mean, there was a lot of drunken nights.
Yeah.
Pink House.
Yeah, who knows? Let's let's get into this, man. Howdy, welcome to the Lunch Table, a podcast where I reward points that have no significance.
Like, whose line is it, anyways?
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
Except we're not as funny, and we're missing some culture.
Hey, I got the first name.
Yeah, that
Drew
is
Carey?
Drew. Yeah, Drew Carey, and you're a lot manlier.
Dude,
looking than him.
I want a buzzer so bad. Can I get a buzzer?
Oh, dude, I want to say. I want to say. I want to. I want to say yes, but like during recording, I just hear that, and I know it'd probably sound horrible, and people would abuse the power. People would abuse the power.
I can do it instead of the sensors that we have. The yay.
Yeah.
So whenever next time we have Nick on, it's just gonna be like.
Well, dude, I've been waiting. I'm looking like both ways to make sure no one's in our studio. But I've been waiting for like someone to give us crap about stealing that. Or yay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I figured. Come on now.
Nah.
Like, you think maybe they'll be cool with it? I don't know. I just
Maybe.
figure one day they're gonna be pounding on our door.
I pay a lot of money to Halo they should just allow us to.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I think we just do nothing but promote Halo around here.
Speaking of, I actually got to play Halo the other day.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I pulled my computer out of your house.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been there for a while.
You're using it as a nightlight. $3,000 nightlight.
It was a pretty damn good nightlight.
It was pretty colors. I mean, look at your mic. You like pretty colors.
I do. It's something about being bougie. I'm all about it.
Yeah. All of your jackets.
All my jackets.
Bougie. Shoes.
Yeah, BMW.
Yeah.
Triumph.
Yeah, you little bougie bitch.
Yeah, I know. I do. I look like I don't belong here.
Yeah. I mean, it's an acquired taste.
It is. I'm a different flavor.
Where I'm a little more down to earth.
Yeah, you're red licorice. I'm black. I'm just saying I'm an acquired taste.
But Jägermeister fucks you up, and that tastes like
Yeah, and I hate black licorice. So I hate myself. That's the most wow insight right there.
You hate
We
yourself?
just broke it. Yep, boom.
Yeah.
I hate that's why I dress like this. The tight pants, you know what they're really for? To chafe my balls because I hate myself.
You don't want to flog yourself or step on glass like Moon Knight.
Right. Instead, I'll just gene chafe my fucking ball sack.
Speaking of Moon Knight, since I brought it up, have you watched Moon Knight at all?
No. Dude, a lot of those TV shows I refuse to watch because I tried to watch Arrow, and I was like, this, I don't know.
There is a completely different thing between DC and Marvel, and this is not my jaded opinion coming out. Marvel shows are just easier to watch.
Yeah, I think they got the idea of the superhero better, in TV wise.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they put more effort into it.
Yeah,
where DC's like, let's put something out to keep up.
I think DC shot itself in the foot by trying to be too dark, but not committing to it.
Ooh.
Like lots of times they were trying to be edgier, but they didn't commit to actually being edgier, so it just came off weak.
Yeah, but so going on my train of thought here, Moon Knight, fantastic. They finished up season 1.
Yeah,
and I was staying in touch with it the entire time. Every single episode that came out, I would watch one every single week.
Okay.
Fucking awesome. And I know that you like Batman.
Yeah.
And Moon Knight is essentially Marvel's White.
Yeah, he's Batman, but he's more crazy. He's like got alternate personalities.
Right. Yeah. Right. He's almost schizophrenic.
Yeah, he forgets who he is, really. Like when you read the comics, you're actually not sure which character was him. Right? Isn't it like kind of like that?
Yeah. And it works for Deadpool, so it kind of works for both the same thing too.
Yeah.
But regardless, it is a really, really good TV show, and I've always had a soft spot in my heart for Egyptian mythology and things like that.
Yeah, a lot of people have. I'm surprised that you're into it because a lot of people into it believe aliens. But as we discussed the last episode and before that, many episodes ago too, you don't believe in aliens even though you're an astrophysicist. You almost want to search space to prove to people that no one else lives there. Like that's your mission.
Yeah. That's a really good way to put it. That's actually a really good way to put it. But one of the other things I'm so excited about, today is May 7th. Any idea what today is? Like what May 7th entails?
May 7th. Is this the Jam Shack anniversary? That was a while ago, wasn't it? Yeah,
that was in April.
That was in April. May 7th. Well, it's not May 4th.
Yeah, it's very, very close to that, though.
Oh, so it has something to do with Star Wars.
Yes.
May 7th.
There's a reason why I talked to it right after I've been talking about Moon Knight.
Are you getting into... Oh, crap. Let's see.
It's another Disney Plus TV show.
Yeah, give me a second. I know what you're thinking. It's a bounty hunter, right? No,
that was The Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. No, it doesn't have anything.
The Obi-Wan series comes out today.
Oh, yeah. I did see that, like what he does when he's stuck on Tatooine, right? Isn't that when it is, or is it actually like him training?
Dude, a little bit both. But I've been waiting since they said that they were going to release this, 10 years ago.
Jeez.
And they finally actually said, oh yeah, we're actually going to do it 3 years ago. And it's finally coming out.
Damn.
It's going to be awesome. That's what I'm going to do after this.
Just binge watch it. That'd be...
They were supposed to come out a little last week, they were supposed to come out May 4th for Star Wars Day. But they said, no, we're going to release it like 3 days later, and then we're going to give you 2 episodes.
Oh, dang.
So, I mean, in the sense where you get more for waiting, just a little bit longer, I think it's going to be awesome.
Maybe. I don't know, dude. I'm
touching myself tonight.
Ooh. You do that every night, so it's not that special.
Darth Vader's stubby limbs.
Ooh, the burnt ones. That's what makes it sexy is the charcoal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Burn. What do you think it would feel like rubbing icy hot on those nubs? Do you think
too much hot?
I think that's how he unlocks his special powers. When he's close to death, he's like, "Let me rub this." Ah!
Have you ever mistaken icy hot for lube?
No.
Take a step back.
No, I've never put icy hot on like my groin or anything. But I remember when we were in college, Sparky had that
Fire and Ice.
No, he had that hair remover for your balls.
You gotta save that for when he's on, so everybody can make fun of him.
Yeah, but I mean, I just remember all of us tried it. All of us put it on.
Yeah.
And that shit burnt.
Yeah.
Like, no wonder why it made your hair fall off. Jesus.
It's Nair.
Yeah, essentially, but it was made for your balls.
Yeah.
It's just awful. I don't know if my balls ever recovered.
No, but along the same lines, have you done the Fire and Ice condoms? I know you did it like once and said, no, never.
Yeah. Actually, talking about that, the Fire and Ice condom. I remember putting that sucker on and it burnt so fucking bad. Like, I don't know if I had an allergic reaction or what was up, but dude, it was not pleasurable.
Yeah.
It was like, I imagine it would be like touching your dick after eating something hot. You know how they tell you wash your hands? Because you know how like when you eat a hot pepper, it's that real strong, I don't know, acid taste. Yeah, like that acid taste first, then the heat. And then you start feeling, and then it slowly starts burning, your eyes kind of catch up. That's kind of how like that ball shit was. Like you put it on, and it's kind of like, oh, okay. It kind of tingles when I'm putting it on, and it just slowly kept heating up. Condom, same way. Like I put on, oh, this tingles. This don't feel bad. Oh, ow. Oh, fuck. Okay, is this going to stop at some point? I forget who I was even with. That's sad. I forget like who I was even doing that with.
Was it that honky tonk cooker in the back? Herpes infested honky tonk cooker.
Oh, the herpes infested. Yeah, I mean, the chances of catching herpes are very low. Speaking
of herpes infested honky tonk cookers,
yeah.
Our buddy's bachelor party is coming up. Jerry, he was on one of our last episodes.
Yeah,
I think,
he was
2 or 3 episodes ago.
2, 3, yeah.
His bachelor party is coming up.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be crazy.
And his brother is supposed to be the best man. And then originally I was supposed to be the best man. If the brother didn't come, blah 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 blah. I get to play in a bachelor.
Yeah, and what happened? What happened with his brother?
Oh, he's coming.
Oh, he did? Because last I heard, he got the wrong days off. He's in a sub. Yeah. So he's under the water and requested the wrong day fucking off.
Well, he told his dad, like, hey, I took this day off, I'll be able to make it. And his dad's like, you're a fucking moron. He's like, it's a week before that. So he had to run over to his commanding officer and be like, hey, I told you the wrong day.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, sir, I fucked up. Can you fix it?
Speaking of, he also agreed to be on the podcast.
Yeah, and we got Cole.
The week after that.
We got Cole signing up to be on the podcast, too.
Yeah.
Which Cole's got his own little following and doing his own music. Us and music people, bud.
Right.
But, yeah, dude, we got some shit lined. It's it's been nice. Pretty soon here, too, we're going to get in touch with our accountant, get everything all buttoned up there.
Yeah.
Have that, get our own tax ID, and start rolling some shit out and actually, doing what we've been saying we want to do with this. So it's kind of cool.
We have an idea for a website coming up.
Oh yeah, the website, dude. I'm real excited about that.
Fucking A.
That way we can actually put stuff up and not have to be scared of being monetized or some shit.
Right.
It's our control. And so here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing that we should tell the people. We've been teasing about this dog bite that you got on your fucking arm. I don't know if people can see it in the camera or not now. But you had, what, about 6, 7 puncture holes?
Oh, I'm totally going to put up photos on the Instagram. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So what were you
11,
doing?
12, 13.
Oh yeah, your side too. I forgot he got
bit
your
my
side.
too.
Yeah, tell the people what was going on.
So I was stuck down in West Virginia. We went down to go Easter way, and my clutch from my car completely went out.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Hey, your clutch got burnt up.
Completely. Like, I barely got up the last hill to her dad's house to get in there.
You're just in first gear.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised I didn't blow my engine. I was pretty close to over revving almost the entire time. Coming down the highway, and I'm doing like 25 trying not to over rev. Regardless, I needed to get that fixed. So I took it down to the dealer, or I called the dealership, and I asked them, hey, how much will it take to put in this clutch? They said, $400 in parts and $2,000 for the labor.
Oh my God. $2,000 for the labor.
Yeah. I said, are you fucking out of your mind? And they went, no, well, we have to take off the transmission, and we don't think we're going to be able to do it for a week, and things like that. And I was like,
so you can't even...
No, thank you.
Right. If you can't change my clutch today, I kind of need it today.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not the money. Like, I have the money saved up to where...
I mean, it kind of is the money.
Well, yeah.
There's a principle.
I mean, it's frivolous.
Right.
So I decided to call a whole bunch of other different places, and other places were saying that they couldn't get me in for, 2 to 3 weeks. Other places were saying, somewhere around $1,000, something like that. So I took a shot, and as Morgan's dad says, everybody knows a guy.
Yeah.
So I was asking him, and he goes, well, let me ask my guy. So his guy asked his guy, who asked his guy, and I wound up getting my parts for like $250.
Boom.
It wasn't bad. I mean, comparatively to $400, I mean, it's not out of the wheelhouse, but
no,
it helped.
And for a whole clutch, $200.
Right.
That's a steal, bud.
Right.
When I blew a gear in my in the transmission there in my Celica, to replace that gear would have only been like $7, $10 because it was a plastic little gear.
But then you have to pull.
But then you got to pull the tranny off and whatnot. But even then, I was looking into it, and to replace the whole transmission, say I didn't want to actually open the transmission, just replace it. That was only $1,000. And then what did I do? Neither of those options. I went out and got a new car for $10,000. Like, why I spent $10,000 instead of.
Well, we've already determined that you like nice things.
That's true. Yeah. I miss my Celica a lot.
I saw one driving down the road the other day.
Think of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I miss it a lot. It didn't have any balls or nothing, but something about it I just miss.
And it was free.
Yeah, dude, it was free.
You were given that car.
And it was a 5-speed. I think that's what I miss the most. Is just banging gears. Boo, 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 boo.
I know this is completely off topic, but I pulled into Sheetz, and I get out of the car, and this dude goes, "Hey, is that a 5-speed or a 6-speed?" And I look at it, and he's like, "I heard you pull the e-brake, so I know it's manual." And I was like, "Oh yeah, 5-speed." And he's like, "Oh yeah, we're getting ready to sell this puppy." And he's got like a busted ass Buick Century from like 2000. And I was like, good for you.
Dude, that was like the one day I'm at the pump, sitting there filling up my car. This other Beamer pulls up next to me. I could tell it's like not well as taken care of as mine. Probably maybe around the same year, but you could tell it's like not been washed, kind of beat up. And this
what
lady,
major city did you buy yours in?
Right, this lady gets out and she starts trying to talk all this crap about her Beamer and how great it is. And I remember we get done around the same time. She goes to start it up and goes, and then finally it starts. Ew. And I'm sitting there like, I wouldn't be caught dead in that. Like, if I had a Beamer and that's the way it started up, I'd be so embarrassed. Because it's supposed to be a luxury car, and here you have this amazing turd. That's what you have if it's a piece of crap.
It's Mercedes or bust for me.
Right. It's Mercedes or bust.
Going back on my train for this story here. So I was in a pickle, and I called all these different shops, like I had said. And again, everybody has a guy. Yeah. So I called my guy down in West Virginia, who happens to be Nick Waller.
Yes.
The alien conspiracy theory guy who I have to bleep the most out of for everybody on the podcast.
Right. But he's a trucker, and truckers know people.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. They get around.
He knows his way around.
Yeah.
Honky tonk hookers.
People.
Yeah. Hookers.
Yeah, I mean male, female.
Yeah.
He don't care.
Hookers.
He knows his. Yeah, yeah. I guess yeah. I don't know why.
So I was asking him, like, hey, do you know anybody out there? And originally he said no, and he goes, well, my dad's coming back home later. Let me ask him.
Yeah.
So I said, all right. Later that day, he messages me and says, hey, my dad said that you can use his guy. He'll get in touch with him. So later that night, he got in touch, and he goes, this guy will put it in for $350.
Much better than $2,000.
From $2,000, yeah.
Much better
Exactly.
than $2,000.
He goes,
shit.
"What?"
I would tip him 100 on top just because.
I was thinking about tipping him 100, and then I tipped him 50 because just the way that
the whole thing.
bank was.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but
well, no,
we know the clutch is still soft.
Well, you could only take out like
300 or so a day.
like even amounts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think you have a $500 limit. So
I think
could have
mine's
taken out
3.
$450, but it was like I had to take out an even amount, so I just went right up to 4.
Yeah.
That's not the important part here. So this guy got in contact with me, and Nick goes, he's good. He does a really good job.
Yeah.
And he's cheap, but he's super unreliable. He goes, like, he'll get the shit done, but, like, it'll get done later than he says.
When he wants to get it done.
Exactly.
Okay, kind of like when I say I'll show up at 5.
I'm already on it, dude. I just know that you're at 6:30. Hour and a half. You run on Chris Pegley time, who we're hoping to have on a little bit later.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
which
no,
we've had on before.
Yeah, we've had on before.
And I would love to have him back on. Yeah.
There's just a prize for the bachelor party. Speaking of him.
Ooh, he's in.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be good,
Coming
guys.
from Colorado.
Oh, guys, this is gonna be good.
We're gonna have so many videos.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna text. I gotta hit him up on Facebook. Coming
Yeah.
from Colorado, I gotta hit him up on Facebook.
He might be coming to the wedding too.
So what time is that?
When? The bachelor party or
The wedding?
I don't know.
Because if it's late enough, I don't have to take off work. I mean, I already told them, but
I have more stories to tell too.
Okay.
Don't get me off there. So he got me in contact and said that he was super unreliable. And I called this guy and he said, oh yeah, I'll be out Wednesday, at this time.
yeah,
At noon. And Wednesday comes and goes. And he calls me I call him at noon and say, hey, I thought you were going to be here at noon. He goes, oh yeah, I'll be there around 12:30. So he calls me at 1:30 and goes, hey, yeah, I meant 1:30. And I was like it's 1:30 right now. And he goes, oh, shit. He goes, call it 2:30. Shows up at like 4 o'clock.
was he drunk?
No, he wasn't drunk. He comes out and fixes the car and was able to get all the parts off on the first day. And then he goes, yeah, I got to go pick up my kid and stuff like that. So I'm going to, leave everything here for the night and come back in the morning. And I said, all right, so what time are you going to come back in the morning? He goes, I'll be here at 10.
Okay.
Woke up at 10, bumped around for a little while. 1:30 calls me, hey, I'll be out real soon. So 1:30 passes and, it's like 3 o'clock again. And he finally comes out and puts everything in. And I pay him and I drive around a little bit. Notice that my clutch is super spongy. And that's since been taken care of. But everything that got fixed, that needed to get fixed, got fixed. That was just like a byproduct.
Yeah.
The clutch still being spongy. And I wound up taking that down to another mechanic and getting that taken care of. But we decided that since my clutch was fixed, and we had already been down in West Virginia for a week, that we were going to go back home.
Okay, yeah.
And on the way home, I decided that I wanted to stop by Nick's house
Yeah.
and see his dad and say, hey, thank you for connecting me
dude.
with this guy so
Yeah.
I could get out of here. And I go to the front door of Nick's house, and Nick goes, hey, you're going to want to come to the back. He goes, the dog is inside the house. He goes, he's kind of weary with visitors. Which, now that I kind of look back on it, is something that should have set up a red flag.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who hadn't watched the Nick episode, he has a huge St. Bernard.
Yeah. Well, I haven't met a small Saint Bernard.
Yeah, huge. Like, huge by St. Bernard standards.
Yeah,
And he's
like-
still pretty young.
I bet if it stands, would it be about as tall as you?
Oh, yeah.
So it's every bit of 6'4",
Yeah.
6'5".
A big old slobbery mess.
Yeah.
Real cute.
Real
Real cute on
cute.
Instagram.
Yeah. But big mouth to bite.
So I went to the back porch and I was talking to him and I was like, hey, is your dad in there? Like, I want to go say hi to him. And he goes, yeah. So I go inside the house and Nick goes in first and he like goes over to the dog and I close the door behind me and his mom is right there. And like his mom was making dinner or something and I like went to go say something to her and apparently the dog like kind of jerked at me and Nick was kind of trying to hold it back and had it let go and boom, right to me. Grabbed onto my arm, teeth in my arm and fucking like trying to pull me down. And Nick's trying to pull him off. The dad's trying to pull the dog off. The mom's trying to like grab me and pull the dog off. And he wound up like gripping into my arm and like pulling like, past what it was because I was trying to pull my arm out. And then the dog like got off my arm and then bit onto my side real hard.
Oh.
But the side was a lot less worse than the arm. But I was like, I gotta fucking go. Like, I dipped out the back door real quick while they were taking care of him. And I'm sitting there and my arm is just gushing blood. Now, mind you, I don't have health insurance because I quit my job.
Yeah. Because America's great.
Yeah. So I go outside and I'm sitting there like pacing back and forth. I'm really fucking you're amped up.
Yeah. Your adrenaline hit, man. It was life or flight, and your body's like, let's go. So you're probably shaking amped.
Now, fun fact, I have met this dog quite a few times. I want to say at least 6 or 7 times. And each and every time, like, he's been all right with me. I've pet him a whole bunch of times.
Today was just not his day.
Yeah. Apparently something was setting him off. They tend to think that it was because I closed the door, that it seemed like I was trapping him in his own house.
Okay, so he didn't like that?
He didn't like that. But I'm still, like, gushing blood and everything like that. And, like, I'm trying to get back home as fast as I can. So Nick comes out and goes, oh my God, like, you're bleeding, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'm good. I just need to clean it and get the fuck back home.
Right. Worst comes to worst, we're throwing glue in this son of a bitch, and we're going on our way.
So he comes out with, like, a pitcher of water and, like, some paper towels and stuff and, like, cleans me up. And I was like, still really need to talk to your dad. So he goes inside, goes and gets his dad. And I was like, hey, sorry about this, but thank you for setting me up for the guy with the clutch.
Sorry about this. You apologized to him after his dog bit you.
Yes.
Wow.
That's just the type of guy that I am.
You soft son of a bitch.
People also told me that I should have punched the dog. Like, I understand that it was in this situation and a lot of other people would have done that, but no, I don't.
It would ate you, is what you're saying, because you wouldn't have hit back.
Oh, no, I mean, at that point. But, like, I understand that I caught him in his environment off guard.
Yeah, but next time you gotta flex on that bitch. You gotta...
So, his dad comes out, and like I said, thank you and everything. His dad looks down and goes, oh, shit. And I was like, yeah, do you have, like, gauze? Or, like, bandages
You got
and
something
stuff?
to stop my bleeding because your dog put holes in me? Oh, well, he's weird with strangers, and you're just letting him roam around, you son of a bitch?
So, he sprayed, like, first aid spray.
Yeah.
On it, whatever.
Because that kills all the bacteria.
Yeah. Oh, was there isopropyl alcohol? I don't remember. I was amped at that point. But there was an ace bandage that went around that. Then I made it up back home here, and it was paper towel wrapped in ace bandage the entire way home. Like 2.5 hours.
Jesus Christ, dude.
So when I got home...
Literally, I get bandaged better when I get tattoos.
Well, I mean, it was a quick thing. So yeah, I just been healing it up every once in a while. And finally got, scabs.
Yeah.
Then I went over to my brother's house. Kent, who has also been on the podcast. He is my doctor when I don't have health insurance. Like, his house is a regulation pharmacy.
Yeah.
And he knows how to use it all.
Damn.
So I went over there and he's like, oh yeah, here's God's fad, here's this, here's isopropyl alcohol, here, I'll clean this up, blah, 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 blah. He goes, here's bandage for the big one, blah, 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 and treated everything. And then he goes, all right, for the smaller ones, I'm going to use this liquid bandage, which essentially is super glue.
Yeah, it's super glue, yeah.
So that's the last one that I had.
Yeah. I mean, I don't joke with you when I said super glue. Like, a lot of the old wrestlers and stuff from WWE and whatever, when they would cut themselves open, they also didn't have health insurance.
Right.
So they would glue their wounds shut. Like they would glue them shut. And when I was messing around in about fourth grade or so, me and this kid, we were messing around by the windows. And do you remember how the old windows were in high school?
Yeah, they were marble slabs.
No, they were like the metal frames. In elementary, they
Oh,
were
I meant like
the
the windowsill.
No, I just meant the window itself.
Oh, yeah.
It's like metal.
Yeah.
And then it folded out inside.
Yeah.
It didn't push out out.
Yeah,
It
it's like a
came in
laundry
towards you.
chute almost.
Right, and it came towards you, so it had those sharp corners. We were messing around, and I think I had my Jinko jeans on, so they were like falling down my ass. And he pushed me, and I tripped.
Wannabe.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, everybody had those, dude. Everybody
didn't
had
have
those. Yeah, I'm sorry, you had American Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you little prissy bitch.
Oh, how the tables have turned. Now you're the prissy bitch.
I know. I don't know. You're still wearing that dapper shirt.
Oh, yeah. I had to dress up. The last few times I've been dressing down, so I figured.
Right. Well, new haircut, new you.
Well, I mean, that follows into my next story.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Someone yelled about the haircut.
No.
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh. That's not a good thing.
So, as everybody knows, I quit my job, come back home to move, and I've slowly been dwindling through my money.
Yeah.
Especially since I had to pay so much for the clutch and everything like that. I mean, it doesn't get cheap to live.
Right.
Even though I am, living at my mom's, almost rent-free right now.
Yeah.
I still need a job.
Yeah.
And you've offered me a job at where you work and a couple different places like that. And I figured just continue doing what I'm doing, what I had been doing while I kind of look for sciencey, astrophysics jobs and things like that. I was going to apply to be a security guard.
Okay, yeah.
Up at the hospital, which is literally like walking distance from your house.
Yeah. Literally, yeah.
I mean, you're never going to be there, so...
No.
But,
and working together and doing this would be much. Like, I love you, but all the time together, people need space.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't have various stories. They would all be the same stories.
Right. It wouldn't be fun to talk around a table.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We could do the lunch table at work, but that's an entirely different thing. So I had an interview Friday.
Yeah.
And I had to go all the way down to Newcastle, and I liked almost everything I heard. They said, here's your interview, this, that, and the next thing. We looked over your resume, talked about this, that, and the next thing. Education, different scenarios about things that I would do. And I've been in security for, 2.5 years, and I've done a lot of things very similar to it over the last time.
I mean, you ran that whole big building, your last job, with all the cameras and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So I figured, you know what, might as well try the hospital. I have kind of an in. My brother knows somebody in there. And they were talking about, yeah, you're going to need to get a body bulletproof vest. And he goes, are you cool with that? I said, yep, as long as you have one that fits me. So I cracked everybody up around the thing.
Right.
One of the scenarios was a guest gets rolly or something, a patient gets rolly, and down at the point they're like, what would you do in the last dire situation? And I was like,
body slam her ass.
Talk to him, stuff like that. But lastly, I would, stop him, like hold him down or something like that, and wrestle him to submission. And I was like, oh yeah, I used to wrestle in high school. And the guy looks at my resume, flips it over, and he goes, you went to school at Reynolds, didn't you? And I was like, yeah. He's like, that means you're a damn fucking good wrestler.
Oh, damn. He doesn't know it was 1 year and you barely wrestled anybody.
Oh, I wrestled a hell of a lot of people.
Oh.
I still trained, man.
Yeah, for 1 year.
Dude, I guarantee 1 year Reynolds would make me beat anybody in Mercer County.
I don't know, maybe.
I still had a winning record.
That's true. How many wrestle bouts did you do? Because I know you lost. Didn't you lose a couple?
Yeah, I lost a couple. I mean, I still had a winning record. I had more wins than losses.
How many?
I was like 6-4.
6. Okay, not that many, bro.
I mean,
You did it.
Still
Go
whatever.
you. Yeah, go
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
one was
But it ain't
one
what.
was a disqualification
Listen.
because I didn't know the rules. But
Listen, it ain't what he's thinking is what I'm throwing out. It's not like
you shut up. I specifically didn't put
Right.
a time span on there.
right purposely for that. I'm not saying you weren't good or whatever, but this dude's thinking like 4 years. This guy's a hell of a wrestler.
I mean, every wrestler from Reynolds started like kindergarten.
Oh yeah,
Hey, I still got a letter for it.
that's true.
Doesn't matter that it was because everybody gets a letter their senior year, but fuck you.
Fuck you. Letters are letters, and it said R for retard.
I had a couple of different letters. One from marching band,
Yeah.
one from that. I
One
was
from
going to
that.
do track and field.
I think I had 3, 4,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. So
Always
like
gotta top me.
so what did he say? So once he found out you were a wrestler, then what?
He's like, this guy is.
Yeah. So basically, like you're in.
Yeah, pretty much. So the next step is a peer interview, to where they're pretty much going to do the same thing, but with people that I would be working with to see like if I'd be a good fit.
Okay.
But I mean, you have to pass the first one to get into the peer interview.
The second one.
So yeah,
Dude,
seems
fuck.
like it.
All these interviews. Like, dude, do you want me or not?
Right.
You know, fucking decide.
So the part that I wasn't really excited about,
Shaving the beard.
no, they said that I can leave it all, is the money wise.
Real cheap.
Yeah. Because I had been coming from 19 an
Yeah.
hour in Chicago. I mean,
Right. Still.
it's a high area.
Don't matter still.
So I wanted to get something kind of similar to that, and the rate was from 15 to 18, depending on the amount of experience you had.
Okay.
So I automatically asked for 18. I mean, you take 100%, or you miss 100% of shots you don't take.
Yeah.
So he said, based on the amount of experience you have and everything like that, we're going to put you somewhere around like 1550.
Okay.
But I will be armed and in a dangerous position. I'm going to try and leverage.
I was gonna say,
This-
what was your reply to that?
I haven't talked to the person that would take my side request yet.
Okay, because he said you'd probably start 1550, and there was no rebuttal to that. You
He
didn't
said
say anything
the
afterwards.
The next person that you have to talk to is the one that you're going to talk to with that. He goes,
okay.
just based on the information that I have, that's probably where they're going to put you at.
Okay.
So I'm going to shoot for way more than that. But,
Yeah.
it's something. And then we get me going. Plus, there's a
job.
sign-on bonus.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Did they try to hold the check back bullshit?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I hope it has, because I got like $100 in my account. That account, to be specific.
Okay. All right, then. Bro, just ask. You know. You help me, I'll help you. You know that. I know.
You moved me all the way from Chicago.
Yeah.
That's
So
a big portion of help.
yeah, you paid me to do it. Yeah. So what's up with the hair then?
There's nothing special there.
Oh,
But
okay.
I did need you to cut my hair for all these interviews. And then I have another interview on Monday at another place.
Yeah. Now, what's the one you're most excited about? 1, 2, or 3?
The interview?
Yeah. I mean, you did interview 1, I guess, but 2 and 3.
That one in particular.
That was your biggest one.
I mean,
Because I know the next one is with a friend of ours.
yeah,
There.
Scotty, he was on
Yeah.
the podcast a couple weeks
So
ago.
I didn't know if like you were excited to maybe go work with him or. Well, I guess you said that would only be a summer job.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like a go for this, go for that.
Gotcha. And then what's your last one?
I mean, it's the peer interview for the.
Okay,
First
so that's okay.
So it's just 2 jobs right now, but I mean, I have a whole bunch of different things that I have planned. And actually, we went to go look at our apartment and stuff that we're planning on getting.
Oh, see, I thought last I talked to you, I thought something about across the road. Okay.
I don't want that, but the girlfriend wants it. Morgan, she was on the podcast last week.
Last week, great episode, a quiz episode. That was so fun. I'm not even joking. It really was fun.
I'm looking back at the points, and again, I don't understand how she won, but she did.
I think, yeah.
I'm going to have to review the video footage.
Yeah, girlfriend points. but yeah, dude, that's cool. That's cool. So you're finally trying to get settled in. Well, how's the apartment look then? You happy with it? You like what you saw?
So that's in and of itself a weird thing.
Because I was right after I helped you move, I helped somebody move into those. So like I know what they look like.
Well, so when I called and said that I was moving back, they said, yeah, we'll have one in about a month's time. And that was what I told everybody. I was like, hey, you know, be working on my mom's list for a month and then moving into the apartment. It's been a month and a half since I moved back.
And they still don't have an opening? That one dude moved out.
They had an opening.
Yeah.
And people keep filling in relatively quickly. But I asked about the application, and they said, you got to finish the application to get on the wait list so you can get into an apartment. And then once you're available, then we'll put you in and have you move in. And they also said you have to have a job or else your application is going to automatically fail. So I've had to look for a job. And during that time that I've been looking for this job before I was able to put in the application for the housing, now the wait list went up to like 3 months. So when they told me that, when I went in like 2 days ago, they're like, yep, going to be 3 months from now. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
So you can maybe get your own place?
Yeah.
Damn.
But
how much is the rent?
It's like $825.
$820. That's not bad.
Not including gas and electric.
Okay, so you pay for gas and electric?
Yeah. But it's like 30.
Yeah, electric ain't bad. Gas, depending on what you run, can be bad.
It's a gas stove and a gas heater.
That ain't bad. I mean, the heat maybe, but are you upstairs? Because if you're on the top floor...
They don't know what I would be at yet.
Okay, I was going to say, if you get a top floor, then you don't need to run your heater.
But if I get a top floor, then I get a balcony.
Yeah, which is pimp.
Yeah.
The only bad thing is carrying everything upstairs.
Yeah, but it's only
one floor.
One floor max.
But the way... Dude, did you walk in there? It's a bitch to get anything in and out the way those are set up.
Yeah, but if I have a balcony, then I can just tie a rope off the balcony and pull shit up.
Dude, you do whatever redneck thing you want to do, but when you mess up that apartment, they're going to come at your ass.
Oh, it's not even too crazy with, like, security deposits and stuff.
That's good. That's good.
Which is really weird. My last apartment, I didn't have a security deposit because you needed renter's insurance for the whole thing. And then I got hit with a huge amount at the end when I moved away, which is another thing that ate up some of my money. They had to replace the carpets because of my cats.
Yeah, okay.
So I had to pay like $800 to replace the carpets in that place.
$800.
I mean, to be fair, the rent was like $2,000 a month, but it was a high stakes area.
Right. Well, it was a nice apartment.
It was very nice.
It was a very nice apartment.
Even sleeping on the floor with no mattress was still pretty nice.
It was all right.
I slept like a baby that night.
Dude. Did you? Really? Man, that's weird. So
you were in outer space that whole night.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we were. Well, not the whole night, but it was fun. I mean, you know, it was legal there, so why not? Although the prices are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I actually was a little bit mad when they told me the price. I almost went and cancel everything. Like, fuck off. Like, I'll just go buy it illegally down at the gas station. The dude at the gas station was selling it cheaper.
Was it stronger than you expected it?
No, not really.
No, right
no, because I've had that. I've had pretty much like those, and they are stronger. Like, but lots of times, in my opinion, those stuff get too strong. They make you like an idiot. Where like good, like the stuff that I like, it takes the edge off, but you can still function. And lots of times people don't notice. Yeah. Where some of the stuff I've been getting lately, it's even hard to fucking function. And it's like, dude, I need something a little less than this. Like, I don't want to be knocked out and sleeping all day.
Dude, it was getting to a point where I was like, don't do it before you come on the podcast because you're like fading.
Fuck. And it would dry my eyes out, so fuck, I don't know. But like the stuff that I got now, no nose is perfect.
Back to the point.
Back to the point. Just calm, you know? Like a nice, easy release. That's all I want. I don't want to be stupid. I just want a nice, easy release.
Dude, some of the stuff that I had in college, like, people used to joke that, like, it'll put you to sleep. And they're like, you know, you smoke and then immediately go to sleep like you're wasting it. Like, my body didn't have a choice.
No, dude.
But to go to sleep.
Some of these you inhale and like 2 seconds later you're like just sleeping. And that's why they sell it to people who need to sleep. Some, you know. Yeah. And then some of them are uppers. You'll hit it and then all of a sudden, like, you're not energized, but like 3 hours later you're like, Why am I still up doing stuff?
Is it an indica sativa blend that has a real nice head buzz and suffers in the back of your mind and manifests itself to the front?
That's a spot on. So, like...
See, I'm sober when we go to these places. I hear the dumb shit they say.
I'm not even listening. I'm like, bro,
just give me the
give me what I need.
Give me the vitamins and get the fuck out.
How come no one talk? Okay, so like alcohol, people talk like that with alcohol, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, like wines or whatever, beers.
There's a smoky scent.
Yeah. And I guess some people do that with like cigars, but like no one ever does that with like chewer cigarettes. Like, is it a lie? You know, like I've never heard anyone like, this dip is the creamiest dip in your lip.
Okay, now we have done that exact same thing.
That is true, but I mean like televised or big. You know what I mean? Because like,
yeah,
those guys get famous for that, and then they get like credit, like, oh, this guy critiques wine and he's good at it, therefore he's a big shot. No one can do that with fucking Paul Malls. You know?
But no, like when we used to with like Vanilla Chew, I know I brought it up like 80 times.
Yeah, you really miss it.
It was so fucking good. And they fucking Obama took it away.
That's why he took it away. The children were like, this fucking so good.
But my brother was just asking me the other day what I'm going to do when they ban menthol cigarettes. And apparently it passed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to ban it. Yeah.
Like, it's already passed. Like, menthol cigarettes are going to go by the wayside. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll just fucking quit again.
Yeah, I think the mint and chew they're trying to get rid of.
Yeah. I mean, I have no problem with straight.
Oh, see, I don't know.
My
thing is, anyways. Like, they're saying that it attracts children. You know, because of the flavor. Like, that's their big thing.
Yeah, but 80% of the sales are, like, Marlboro Lights.
Well, here's my thing. Why is that illegal to gear towards children, but half of these fucking YouTubers and fucking toy manufacturers that are making plastic toys and all this can gear towards children, and they're fucking fine. Even Disney gears all towards children to fucking get them on their side and literally brainwash them into liking their mouse and their shit. And the government goes, that's fine, but fuck, tobacco tries it, fuck them. And I'm not saying go tobacco, but I'm saying at least be fair here.
Well, I think one of the main driving factors is that they changed the age from 18 to 21. So they're trying to stop people in that 18 to 21 that want to try and reach it.
Yeah, but if they're going to do that, don't send fuckers to war. You know, don't be like, hey, at 18, actually 17, you can sign up for the military with your parents' permission to go fucking die for us because it's easier to brainwash you, but God, you can't make the decision to have no tobacco.
I was actually reading something about the war, funnily on TikTok.
Ooh.
We're at the lunch table PBJ on TikTok.
Lunch table
take
PBJ.
out some cold ones there.
Lunch table PBJ. My last TikTok.
Hashtag lunch table.
Hashtag lunch table. My last video on my personal one. I showed you it. It was at South Park thing.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Hey, I'm not gay.
Yeah, the not gay one. They took it down. Yeah, they didn't like it. They were like, nope.
Those homophobes.
You know what was funny was a girl did a parody or a thing with me, and then people really liked it. So I was actually the #1 trending, being like duetted with. Then they took it down.
Is that the same feeling that you had when you were #1 Madden for like?
No,
10
that
minutes?
was a better accomplishment. I was more proud
minutes.
of that for about like 10-20 minutes, and I wasn't using the cheating team. That's what I felt really great about. It was the worst team, and it was during the year where there was literally a team with a glitch that could just win you every game.
Yeah, that was Packers.
No, Ravens.
Oh.
It was the shit Ravens where Joe Flacco, you would do a play action, is a bootleg, right? Where you'd have your tight end, Heap, something like that.
Comes McGahee.
Yeah, there goes McGahee. And McGahee was on that team. That's where it came from. He would do a post route, I think, or a cross route right across the screen. And when you would do this bootleg, which is a play action where he continues to run to the right.
Yeah.
So your quarterback continues to run. You couldn't tackle him. So once they did that, you could be right in his face and hit stick him. The character would just stay up like you didn't touch him. And then he would, no matter what, the tight end would always catch the ball. So, like, there's times it would glitch through my middle linebacker's chest into the tight end's arms.
Well, there's actually a new glitch in Madden that people are messing with.
I don't even have the new one.
I don't know the team or anything like that, but if you run a play action,
Yeah.
and you just decide to run it with your quarterback in, like the snap is so quick for you to where the guys don't even respond until you're already crossing the line of play.
Oh, geez. So, like, QB sneak is a touchdown every time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But it has to be play action.
Oh, okay, to set it up.
Yeah.
So, like, all your RPOs, which is how everyone plays right now, RPOs is run pass option. Right? So, like, you're in shotgun, you say hike. We'll get done with this because no one wants to hear this. But you say hike. Then in that second after you say hike, there's a read for the quarterback where he can either run with it, hand it off, or pass the ball.
Yeah, like that time that it takes for your quarterback to start running is instant.
Right.
In the glitch.
In the glitch. Instead of, you don't actually have to do the play action.
Blue, 42, your mom's a whore, hut!
Which, I mean, is like a straight up QB sneak. Yeah, I always thought that, dude, actually talking about the hut, right? I always thought if I was in the NFL, which it wouldn't last long because
Stuffed
of
crust,
this.
sausage, pizza, hut!
No, dude, I would call people out on, like, the other side. I'd be like, 34 moms is a whore! 34 mom's a whore! I took her out, didn't call her back! Didn't call her back! Hut! 52's a bitch! 52's a bitch!
I'm back like 3 stories. Get back here. Speaking of the war, sad note.
Yeah.
I found it on TikTok. Somebody was explaining that the ghost of Kiev.
Yeah, the jet guy died.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, apparently it was no ghost, huh?
Yeah.
They fucking found him and they fucking made him pay.
Yeah.
Well, dude, a lot of people. Okay, so dealing in parts now, doing my job. Shit, you can't get shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't get shit right now.
Right.
And a lot of people have their speculations of the trucks in Canada or the boat that's still stuck or COVID. But I honestly think a lot of the things of why we're having a shortage, I really think a lot of it is them saving metal for military vehicles and things like that. Like, and a lot of this has just been kind of ploys for them to, here's why there's shortages. And they've been planning this for a little bit. And I think they know more than what they're leading on.
Well, yeah, people almost essentially stopped buying goods like that during COVID. Like, essentially shut it down. I still think that COVID was like a government operation to like progress into the war.
Yeah, it very well could have been. I think there's something upon it because, like, for them to physically shut everyone down like that.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing it did was burn them. You know, I think a lot of people just got pissed that when they saw the true power of what this fucking federal government has, I think they really got pissed.
I mean, who knows what they were moving from state to state to state or state to wherever.
Oh, yeah.
During when people were all inside.
Exactly.
And weren't allowed to leave.
Right. Because, like, and it was really weird.
Maybe there are aliens.
Maybe there are. But here's the weird thing that I thought, too, when that was going on. You know, at that point, I was an exterminator.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I killed little critters and ants. All right. Somehow, I was considered, what did they consider those? Essential workers, that's
Essential
right.
worker.
They make you feel better. Essential. Right? Them and their fucking words. You're essential. Go get thick, please.
I have another thing that kind of bleeds into the interview.
You're essential. But, you know, they called us essential workers. And I remember going to this one lady's house way up in Butler. I think it was there. But way up on this mountain, you had to keep driving. I mean, her driveway was like 5 minutes. No joke, up this hill.
Shit.
Then she owned the whole mountain. She lived on the top. There was like 4 mansions up there, plus other stuff like her big garage that looked like a mansion, but
Nice.
you just found out it was a big garage with all these fancy cars and stuff. And here they owned like 6-7 banks.
Ooh.
So, you know, they were loaded.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, loaded.
Gotta love that interest rate.
Yeah. So while we were up there, I remember going out to the spray and I noticed, Lawn care is out here. Why the fuck are they essential? You know, they're considered essential. Window washers were out. Why the fuck are window washers essential? You know, and then what I notice is, all the little shit that the rich don't want to do, like maintenance their lawn and stuff, all this is still considered essential.
Oh, yeah.
But going out and doing shit isn't.
I bet pool boys were essential.
Right. I bet they were still essential.
Yeah.
You know, and even me being what's the worst that's going to happen? Like, maybe you got to call me in because the mice are getting into the hospital. Okay, that's one little thing. Yeah. But does everyone need to use me? And I'm doing one of the dirtiest fucking jobs, going in and out of homes.
And you were busy at that time.
Oh, yeah. Fucking busy, dude. Because everybody was at home and seeing all this small shit. So they didn't care. It was, honestly, that was a weird time. Because, like, here they are inviting a stranger to their house. But at the same time, they were so fucking scared of this virus that they were in, like, hazmat suits and invite you to the house to lay down poison to kill ants. And it's like, how are you scared if you're inviting some random dude into your fucking house? Yeah. Just deal with the ants if you're that scared. But instead, it's like, one thing I noticed, I think a lot of people didn't give a shit if the mask worked or not. What it was is they gave a shit that they were following the rules and they were beaten down and you weren't.
Yeah, it was like almost like a false sense of security.
Yeah.
I know people that got the shot, wore their mask every single day, and then never got COVID. And then here's me who would pull off my mask every single chance that I got and never got COVID. So I know of.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I was doing the dirtiest shit, climbing around the dirtiest place, never caught it. But I was in the hoods, in the nastiest places where people didn't have health care, never caught it.
But you know that motherfucking system that every time that you got out of your car, you went to go grab your mask, and before you got into the store, you put on your mask, and you're like, I feel better. It happened with everybody.
What, the mask?
Yeah, you're like, motherfucker, I'm gonna put this goddamn thing on. Oh, okay, it feels good now. I think I'm protected.
No, I never felt that way. I never wore one, actually. Dude, I was that asshole that people would stare at going, why the fuck ain't you wearing one? And I'm sitting there like, bro, I work in chemicals. I can't use that to spray my shit. Right? Like, I know that doesn't pass any regulations. I know it's not protecting anybody.
Right.
And I'm not scared to be the nail that sticks out. You know that. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at everybody else like, you're fucking idiots. Like, to me, it surprised me how many people bent over and took the dick. I thought more people would actually fight and actually kind of see like, oh, states need more power. You know, we need to stop waiting. Everyone's waiting around. You can see it. It doesn't matter, Republican, Democrat, whatever. You can see it. Everybody's waiting for a fucking hero. They're all waiting for this motherfucker to get into some office, spread his magical wand or her magical fucking wand because she's multicolored or some shit, you know, just blah, 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 and just fix America. But that's not how the fucking shit's gonna go. It relies on us, the people. We gotta start this shit, you know? So here's all these people waiting around just listening to whoever, hoping to God that Biden or this dumb fuck no one has ever heard of who's a doctor, so they tell me, by the way, Fauci. It's not like I know the motherfucker, right? So, and he could have been the last in his class. Not like I fucking know. They're just blindly telling me to follow this dumb fuck because he should know everything. Oh, by the way, this is the dumb fuck that got the virus out too. It was his labs that he moved to China that it got released from.
That was Bill Gates.
Yeah, and guess who helped Bill Gates with that? Fauci. Guess who knew it got released and didn't tell anybody in his emails?
This is not the time or the place to let out your COVID ideas. This is when Sparky is here so he can fight back because I don't give a flaming fuck.
No, my point is, I'm just surprised how many people just laid down and took something. Like at work. I walked into work, you know, here's all these fucking delusional managers who thinks everything's okay. All the people are disgruntled. But none of the people want to fucking tell the manager. You know, they just keep going, oh no, everything's great. Well, how the fuck is... Say something. Tell them, hey, this process is bullshit.
So, speaking about laying down and taking the dick.
Yeah.
And how you think that I have no balls from this side or the next thing.
Right.
During COVID, I was a gas station attendant. Because I went there with a job in mind.
Yeah.
And needed something to pay the bills. So I went to a gas station. And they were charging they were giving you an essential worker wage. like they were giving you like an extra $3 or something for working.
Yeah,
and dealing
because
with the public and everything.
because you're essential. Because goddamn, the gas station shuts down.
I was working there for about 3 months, and going in on Monday, there was rumor going around that Friday they were going to cancel the essential worker pay. Thursday, I had another job. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah. Dude, amen.
And
Like,
COVID continued for another, 2 years after that.
Yeah. They pushed it as far. It's no different than the prices right now.
Yeah.
The prices right now, everything's fucking ridiculous and whatever. But like I'm surprised I haven't gotten in trouble for this at work. Like I tell every dude who complains at my job, oh, prices are high. I go, they're
Go buy
not
it on Amazon.
No, it's not even that. And I just tell them they're not going to give a fuck till their wallets hurt.
Yeah.
They really aren't. You can sit here and bitch all you want, but everyone keeps lining up and paying for it. Fucking stop buying it.
I did something the other day that I really hate doing, and I've actually done it twice in the last 2 weeks or whatever. I went to Dollar General. I hate Dollar General. I hate how many of them there are. I hate how cheap everything is. This sounds bad, but I don't like when people go there for certain things.
It's because a lot of their stuff is lower quality.
Yeah. But I've been there twice in the last 2 weeks, and I've bought snacks and things there. And what would normally cost me $100 at Walmart cost me $35 at Dollar General.
Dude, that's like Aldi's.
No wonder they're fucking making money.
You ever go to Aldi's?
Oh, I love Aldi's.
Dude, how much you can get there compared to fucking Walmart? It's stupid, and they pay their employees more.
I've applied to a lot of different jobs in my lifetime. The only place that I have applied to and not gotten an interview is Aldi's.
Dude, me too.
And I still love them.
Me too.
I still love them.
I've applied to get a job because they pay a good amount.
Fucking good.
It's stupid how much they pay.
That's a regular cashier. You get 19 or 20.
I mean,
and that was 6 years ago.
Oh yeah, and I get it. You got to do the stocking too, but it's worth it. It's fucking worth it at that point.
You get to sit down and move shit across the scanner.
And they pack their own shit.
Yeah.
You just scan and go, hey, it's up to you to figure out how to get it the fuck out of here.
Right?
You want a bag, we'll charge you for it.
You don't have to ask that stupid question, paper or plastic.
Right. Dude, then they also got quarters. So people put the fucking carts back. Because they want it. It's only a quarter. And so many people are scared to lose that quarter that they put the fucking carts back. It is ingenious.
Did I ever tell you the situation I ran into with Aldi's cart?
No.
I was with my brother Kent. And we went to Aldi's because we were grabbing something for a party or something, and we were looking around, and neither of us had a quarter. We had just cleaned out the change thing or whatever, and I was like, I saw something on, the internet. I want to see if it works.
Right.
I pulled out my car key, and I put it into the thing, and it was the valet key for the car, so it went in perfectly, absolutely perfectly, and we got the cart, and we were walking around, fitting and everything. And the lady's like, all right, you can go ahead and push your cart through here. And she starts putting things in another cart. And we're like, no, we like this cart. And she's like, that's not how this works. And we're like, we want that cart. That's the one that we had for the whole thing. And she goes, no. She goes, you get this cart. That way it's just a train as you go on down. You take stuff from this cart and put it into this one. And then you take this one and get your quarter back in the machine or whatever. And we're like, yeah, we didn't put a quarter in there.
Oh, God.
We put my car key.
Yeah.
And she was just fucking blown. Nobody had ever seen that before in her life. And she finally agreed to it, but she put up a bitch of a fight for it.
Well, tell her, that's fine. Just pop that fucking thing in there so I can get my car key out of this one.
But she did yell at us when we left and said, if that situation ever arises again, and you can tell people, just come in and ask for a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the first thing I would have done is walk in there and been like, yo, someone got a quarter. I'll give it to you at the end of this experience. I'll give it back.
I mean, I always sit in my car and wait until I see somebody that I know that drives a really rich car, like Mercedes or a BMW or something. Yeah. And then wait for them to do their rounds of shopping and come back out and be like, oh, can I take your cart? I'm like, yeah, Sonny, go ahead.
There you go.
I don't need the quarter.
Oh, bro. Talking about things running right. So, I told you about the League of Bowling, right? So,
Yeah.
the Thornton Hall is one of the oldest bowling alleys still around.
Yeah.
Right.
Beautiful place.
Beautiful place. They just switched owners. Well, the league that's been there for like 60 years, right? And it was called the Tavern League. Big league, whatever. Is a men's only league, like I said, there for 60 years. We all took a vote. The thing was, the big thing that happened there was the new owner, when he bought the place, allowed one of the old owners still to work there.
Is that the one that I had met?
Mike, probably. Did he limp?
Older guy, gray hair.
Yeah, they all have gray hair.
Like shaggy gray hair, almost?
Yeah, they look very, they're all brothers, so they look very similar.
Okay.
The Scots. Anyways, it didn't work out, you know. New owner, trying to keep an old owner. You know he ain't going to let go of the place. His dad owned the place before.
Right.
So he's way too invested. And plus there was some other stuff, like they accused the old owner, which he did. He would sell his own peppers out of the place. He makes delicious peppers.
Stuffed peppers?
No, like jams and stuff out of peppers, and it's really good.
Oh.
Like the one was like an orange meringue pepper thing. Dude, they're really delicious. And then regular cut peppers that you can just like banana peppers that you can eat.
Gotcha.
But he was like trying to sell that out of there. They told him to stop it. He wouldn't. Something about they thought maybe he was cooking the books a little bit. I don't know. Who knows? But I mean, you own a bowling alley. Let's say you own it for that long. If someone comes in to pay for a game or two, you take that $20, you put it in your pocket. That's not really, you know, the way he saw it was either way it's going to me. I get it. That's technically cooking books, but who knows what was going on? All I know is
it's not that there's like a counter or something that tells you
exactly
how many people are coming in.
right, and not just that. Who knows what's going on? This is all hearsay.
Yeah.
So you know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it started a big rift between.
Never do business with family.
Well, that wasn't it. It's just don't. When you take over a new spot, don't let the old owner still be there because they still feel like they own stuff.
Yeah.
They still feel like it's theirs. And because they've been there, they feel like they need to tell you about stuff.
But on the flip side, there is a sense of entitlement and wanting it to do well because, I mean, you've been doing it for so long.
Very, very true, but it's hard to do what you want with it.
I mean, that's a hard double-sided coin.
Yeah, because, like, if you would keep doing what they were, like, if you keep doing what the old owner was doing with it, it's not going to get better because that's why it's failing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's why it is in the state that it is now and you are selling it.
Yeah.
Because of the way you ran it. So when I buy it, don't tell me don't do this and that because you ran the motherfucker to the ground. Right?
Or maybe the things
now, if it was a super
maybe the bad things got replaced and then they just left him on for the good things, but it doesn't seem like that happened.
Right. Really what it was the one people, they dealt with it their whole lives, they were done with it. They didn't want to sink money into it. This guy's willing to put money into it.
Right.
End of story. Right? Anyways,
I'm a glass half full kind of guy.
Yeah. Anyways, the old owner got fired, and that made like a big rift in our freaking league. And at the end, we all voted on it, right? We all voted on it, and a lot of people want to go to Sunset. And I don't know, man. I'm kind of like when I got back into bowling, that's where I went back to, and there's still real old lanes and whatnot. So
you were living right around the corner.
Yeah, right around the corner and whatnot, and I still work kind of by it. And I just grown accustomed to it, you know. The alley's hard to shoot at, so you got to be good to shoot at there, and just yada yada yada, bunch of pluses. So I ended up, because I'm always barking about this bullshit and leadership, we ended up just deciding there's enough people that wanted to stay for like 4 teams. So Jared and I were like, fuck it, we'll just make our own league and see how many people we can get to join and change some of these rules and actually try to get it to like the youth, because like right now, what's happening is you have a bunch of serious leagues, right? People that want to bowl good because all the old people who still bowl want to bowl against competition or whatever. But all the youth leagues died, and there's really no competitive bowling anymore. People still go out to have fun, but it's not competitive. So
there's no middle ground. There's people that are too serious and people that are too lax.
Yeah, too lax. So you need basically a starter league for people.
Right.
And the only way to do that is to get the adults in, and eventually they'll get their kids in. you know? And that's how youth league kind of starts and whatever. Because you get the mom and dad out, then you have an adult kid league. You know, that's the next thing you do. So then the kids can bowl with their parents in a league or whatever. But so that's going to be our next adventure, trying to get that shit done, dude. And I don't know. It's just cool to actually be of the age now, too, where when we're talking about it, people are excited that younger people are taking it over. But we're at the point now we're not so young that people don't respect us. Yeah. You know? We're considered young men, but that's it. We're young men now. So, like, when we say and do stuff now, it's kind of cool to see the respect we get back.
So the thing that I'm all concerned about here.
Yeah.
You said that you were bowling too much this last year.
Yeah.
You said
three
leagues is too much.
Yeah.
So you already said, I think this is on podcast record, that you were going to do 2 leagues.
Yeah.
And now you're adding a third.
No. So
you're going to do this one and then one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. No, I'm not adding another league.
You said 3 was too much of that. You're going back to fucking 3.
No, I'm not adding another league. And honestly, like, if I felt better about it, I would drop and just go to this one to put focus on it for now. But I'm only going to be VP, so all I got to do is bark at people and make sure they do their job. I don't got to do fucking paperwork
do you get to bang
or nothing.
The gavel?
Yeah, no, I think Jared does because he's president.
Fuck that.
Yeah, but
you have a better average than he does.
I know.
You should be able to bang the gavel.
Yeah, but no, it's only the 2 leagues. I'm going to do Tuesday. And that's at sunset. And see, the thing that sucks is when you start to bowl, they become your family because you do it for 32 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, you're fucking there all the time. You see the same people. You go to the tournaments with them. They become like this weird family member.
I was in school with kids shorter amount of time than that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, like, now that, like, even though I'm not a big fan of the Tuesday house, it's kind of hard to fucking quit because, like, you get trapped. I don't want to say trapped. You like the people. You like the people, you know, I like my team. And that's another thing. There's a lot of old guys that I bowl with at Thornton that are staying at Thornton that if I don't stay, I would never see them again probably.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe bump to them on the street, but that's what brings us together in the same place is this hobby. So, like, there's some of those guys I didn't want to not see again. They're not going to be around much longer, you know? So, talking about that, dude. Talking about that, you got plans for Mother's Day?
Actually, I was just about to ask you that same thing. You doing anything for Mother's Day?
So this is, I don't know, man. My mom's been acting weird. So, like, I didn't have plans, but a while ago, do you remember when I was telling you she was having problems with her heart?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a while ago. Well, she's been going to doctors and shit all the time and not telling anybody. So I don't know what's up, man. I know my brother and sister were worried. We were all texting about it. I'll probably, try to get her flowers, maybe take her out to eat or whatnot for Mother's Day. But I think that's going to be the kind of like the big thing. So I don't know how well Mother's Day is going to go because I'll probably ask her about that, kind of confront her and be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like you can't hide this from us. If you're sick, it's okay. We'll get through it or whatever. Because now I guess it's also her lungs. It's her heart and lungs.
And she didn't smoke, did she?
She did. Yeah, she did. But she quit. She smoked from 18 to about like 23.
Okay.
Yeah, she quit when Zach and I were young.
I mean, all that is linked together.
Yeah, but I mean, she kept getting she kept catching with COVID and stuff, I think. Like at first they said they didn't think she had it. Then she had it because she kept having this cough she couldn't get rid of. Then they said it was COVID. Then they said she was cleared. Then something about it again. And no, it's this respiratory thing. So she's had a cough for a while.
Yeah.
And she's been getting dizzy and lightheaded every time she bends over and doing certain stuff. And I know they got her on a super strict diet right now that she hasn't told anyone about.
Oh, shit.
So, and, even though we both live with our moms.
Yeah.
I'm not home, like, ever.
Yeah.
Like, ever.
I am home too much.
Yeah, like, so it's funny because I'll barely see him.
Yeah.
So even my dad said something the other day, like, I only get to see you once a week, Sunday. Every other day he's sleeping before I get home.
You're a busy guy.
Yeah, I mean, I purposely try to be out.
I think that's why they make Mother's Day and Father's Day to, like, make kids realize, like, Hey, go say hi to your parents.
I think a lot of that, yeah, but I think a lot of this just has to do with age.
Yeah.
You know, we're getting, like, we talked about it. You just went through it with your dad, and it's something that we're getting older, and it's just a bitch.
Well, I'm also curious about that because your mom was, in the front lines of everything that was like going on with my dad. So I don't know if maybe she's trying to keep it a little more secret so she doesn't worry you like with what happened to me.
I don't know what it is. She's always been secretive. My mom has always been like that.
Yeah.
I think it's one, if something is going on, if we don't acknowledge it, maybe it's not quite as bad. Maybe she just don't want to admit it. Maybe it's something like that. Or she seems she has to be strong for all of us. Because for a long time, my mom was the only rock we had.
Yeah.
So, like, I understand, but...
Your mom's a tough lady.
Yeah, she's right. So I don't know, man. And it's rough because she's also, now that she's older, she's very caring. So she watches all the grandchildren and cousins and all that stuff. So she's a very important person in our family. So I think that's one thing that she realizes that, and she does a lot, and she doesn't want to scare anyone. But you got to confront the truth.
Yeah.
And people have a right to know, and like, especially with the diet. If I knew about the diet, maybe that's why she doesn't tell me, but I'd be on her a lot harder about it. I'd make sure because me, I'm already, even though I eat bad stuff, already bitch about it lots of times. I was bitching about them chips I was eating because it labeled like 4 different sugars.
Hey, they're the healthier versions of those chips.
That is true. They're baked.
So good.
All right. So, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think for Mother's Day she needs anything crazy. Just know that we care. I don't know. So, we'll see how it goes, dude.
So, for my Mother's Day, obviously, I told you my mom has this giant list of shit that she wants me to do. And one of the things is power wash the house and the back porch. And I've been waiting for a couple good days to do it and everything like that. Apparently, it's supposed to be happening like real soon. And today, my brother asked my mom what she wants for Mother's Day. And she goes, I want you to help Drew power wash the house. I was like, yes! I finally get fucking help.
Woo, Lance.
This is a Drew Day. This is not a Mother's
right.
Day.
And just remind him every time he wants to bitch or something, just be like,
oh, no, it's Ken.
Oh, it's Ken. Oh, I thought it was Lance. I was like, if Lance goes to bitch, this is what you tell Lance. Mom said you work for me. That's what you tell him. Nah, I'm in charge.
No, man. I am the man of the house.
Well, I know that. He's the child of the house.
Yeah.
He is. And, like, we were talking about a little bit because I forget who I was talking to, but someone asked, I think it was Jared, we were talking about your dad passing away, and he asked, well, what's happening with the house if his mom whatever, and I was talking to him, I was like, well, I don't know what would happen if your mom would pass away to the house. I was like, I don't know that much, but I do know that there's kind of a beef because you got Lance there who believes it should be his because he's been there. And Jared started cracking up, and he's like, well, yeah, he's right. He has lived there the longest. I don't know if that's a brag or not, but it is a point. He has lived there. And I was like, yeah, but he doesn't know how to do shit, bro. I was like, I don't know. He might have lived there his whole life, but he didn't learn diddly shit about the place. I was like, I don't know if he could change an air filter. I fucking don't.
That's why I got called in.
That's exactly it. I love your brother, but at the same point, he's more worried about, and this makes me sound like an 80-year-old, he's more worried about them damn video games than, like, life. And we talked about this earlier. When COVID hit, I think all of us that got to live our dream of staying inside and playing video games all day realized, oh, that's not that fucking fun after 2 weeks.
Right.
And I feel like it's made a lot of us want to go outside. I think I
played a lot of GTA during that time. A lot.
Right? But I think that's forcing a lot of us to want to get out and do shit now because we can. Where him, I think it just kind of like amped up the reason why he needs to store more video games. He's like, how many do I have? 300? That's not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough if I get stuck again. So I don't know, but so after you power wash, that's it. You're just like, here you go. No.
Coincidentally, that is almost the end of the list. I know that I've been working on this for, like I said, a month and a half now, and I've been checking this off and slowly doing this.
Yeah.
Like, fucking today, I had 6.5 hours because, we started at noon, and CJ said he'd be there at 5, so realistically, I had 6.5 hours.
Yeah.
6.5 hours to go through my mom's contacts in her phone and organize everything.
Well, see, that, I hate to say this, but that little shit pisses me off. Because it's not hard to do, and if you just learn to do it, and you have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
If you just learn to do it, and they go, well, I don't know how. Okay, YouTube it. You know how to fucking work YouTube. I know that. Fucking YouTube it.
The other thing that really pisses me off, and I'm my own thing to blame, is she's been taking screenshots of everything that she sees on Facebook. Like, anything that she finds remotely interesting, she takes a screenshot. She has, 4,000 fucking pictures, and 3,900 of them are screenshots.
What is she doing? What's so interesting that you're keeping that screenshot?
Anything she finds hilarious.
Yeah.
Different recipes, different,
write it down.
religious things.
Send it to
things
your, send it to your cloud. She has Apple, right?
Yeah.
Send it to her fucking Apple Cloud or whatever they call it. Apple storage.
But I literally handed her phone and tablet to her and went, this is too many photos. Get rid of the things that you don't need. Well, I don't know how to get rid of them. This is how you get rid of them.
You don't know how to... Bullshit. I would have told your mom bullshit. You don't know how to delete a photo. That trash can up there isn't fucking alluding to deleting something. Get the fuck out of here. That is, I don't know why their generation is how did the fuck did they ever do anything new? Because they're so scared of doing anything new. They're like, oh, shit's gonna blow up. The world's gonna end if they try to delete a photo and don't know how.
I guess I have to clean the basement, too, now that I think about it.
Now, some stuff I get because, there's so many steps to it. You gotta go in here, press this, to go into this photo, to open that, to go... And it's all common sense. Once you learn it, you're like, oh, well, yeah, it does just kind of come out and fucking say it right there, But at some point, don't you just experiment a little bit with it?
My dad was fairly techie. After you showed him something, he got it fairly well. He got an Amazon Fire tablet, and I had to jailbreak it, kind of essentially, to put the Google Chrome store on it, so that he could download one of the special apps that he had on his iPod Touch. iPod Touch. Yeah.
He had an app on his iPod Touch.
Yeah.
That he could download onto...
I just found his iPod Touch the other day.
That's cool. Did it have music on it?
No, I don't think it had 20.
I was going to say, I don't know even...
It had the U2 things that they were giving you.
Yeah.
The 5 songs.
Right, the 5 songs,
songs.
because U2 was such a great band, they had to get their shit away for free, and no one still listened.
But yeah, he paid attention the entire time that I did it. As I was looking stuff up on YouTube to find out how to do it, because I'm an Apple man, right. And he needed to do it with his next tablet, and I went over to his house, and boom, he already had it done. I was like, shit,
right? Don't be scared.
I mean, he was that type of guy, so wherever you show him something once, and he would do it. That's why he was so good with directions and things.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's like my dad. Sometimes you can somehow find a way to watch all the dirt racing you want on your phone. You need to ask me for this little thing and that little thing. Do you really, or do you just not want to look it up? Because you found a way to fucking watch dirt racing.
I found something funny and sad out about 2 weeks ago about my dad.
Okay.
He was interested in something to replace the golf cart that he has to drive around.
Ooh, okay.
And he found this website that allows him to buy a small electric truck. It looks almost like a Ford F-150, but half scale.
Yeah, like them little plastic cars.
Yeah.
But big enough to actually ride in as an adult.
Yeah, somewhere golf cart size, but somewhere between a mix of a actual car and what are those the
Mopeds?
Escalades and things that
okay.
like little kids ride in that are motorized.
Yeah, they're motorists, yeah.
There's something, Tonka toys, whatever it is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about with the plastic wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere between, like a mix between those. And the thing was like $6,000. It wasn't bad at all. And it was from some company in Japan. China. Some company from China.
No. Your dad was about to buy a Chinese thing.
Yeah, he bought something from China.
Oh, he did. He bought this.
He took $6,000 out and Western Union it to a place in China that he had never heard of and got scammed. Hasn't heard dick back from one bit whatsoever. He got scammed for $6,000. Like, I mean, I don't really expect much different because that was like the first time that he would have done it. But like, come on,
dude! Like, what did he call them? Was he in contact? Was there an email?
There apparently was an email, and they gave him an address to send it to, and then everything just went dead quiet. This was like a year ago.
Oh my god!
Like right before he got sick.
Dude, they tried to do that with like workout dumbbells I got before. I bought them and they sent me a belt. Like, there's a belt to go around your waist after like 5 months of waiting. So I called them back and they didn't want to call me back. Oh, dude, it was a fucking mess. Then I went through PayPal and was like, yo.
Cancel that shit.
Yeah, like, give me my money back. There's shit going on here. Oh, dude, did I tell you about what happened with the insurance? My insurance, right? Did I talk about that?
Oh, you got new insurance because they were jerking you around.
Yeah, they were trying to charge me $175 that no one knew.
Yeah.
Right? And I called all over and whatever, and no one still knew about it. Well, like, dude, they said they were going to send me the bill to prove what I owed for. Mm-hmm. Because after first I called them and they were like, yo, you owe me $170. This is why we canceled your account, like your policy, because you still owe us this. And I was like, hey, online it says we're even.
Right. So
how the fuck do I still owe you $175? And I sent it earlier that day when I noticed I got the mail or whatever. So I sent it that day. But all throughout work, I was thinking about it. I'm like, this ain't right. So I call him back, Talk to the first girl. She tries to tell me it's for some claim. I've never claimed anything on my insurance. Not saying I haven't wrecked a car, but I've never claimed anything on insurance. Right?
How many times have you crashed?
Not very many. Not very many.
How many times have I been with you when you crashed? At least half?
Yeah. Actually, because the other one, someone sideswiped me. When I was with Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah. Other than that,
50%.
The one was because me and you were purposely doing something stupid. So, like, of course, stupid things happened. And in that same truck where the bumper got bent this way, we got it bent like an outwards V so I could, like, stab somebody as I was driving. Right? Then we got all that fixed. And then someone sideswiped me and ripped the bumper off the other way. So it was like, like a bus stopping people for a fucking walkway. But then they were like, hey, we're not replacing that bumper again. Is basically what they said. And they, totaled the truck. That's why the truck's no longer a thing. Even though after that, I drove 8 hours to Chelsea's house, then 8 hours back with no fucking problems with the truck. Nothing wrong with the engine or anything. Just a bumper. And they were like, nah, we ain't placing them brackets.
Fuck that.
Fuck your brackets, they said. So, man, where the fuck was I going with this?
$175 that they
thank you. The $175. So I get up to the next guy and I remember bitching at him a little bit. And if you're ever in this, just remember they have to record their phone calls. So I try to get them to say incriminating shit on themselves, right? Because it's recorded. So if they say incriminating shit, they have to delete it. Then if they delete it, I got an hour some phone call log and they don't have my recording, they look even sketchier.
Right.
So either way, it's a win-win. Well, I'm basically getting this guy to admit that it's wrong, that he doesn't know why they're charging me, and he can't see why they're charging me. I asked him personally, I was like, dude, take yourself away from your job for a second and ask yourself, is it right to charge somebody this money that you don't know what it's for? And he couldn't answer me. And I was like, I think it's fair for me to get my money back if you don't know why you're charging me for it. And he's like, well, yeah, kind of. I was like, no, you're going to send me my money back, bro, until you can prove what it's for. I was like, do you see, when I was buying insurance, it made sense because I'd give you money and you gave me something back. Do you understand that? There was a value in me giving you money.
peace of mind.
Right. I was like, now you're asking me for this money and you can't tell me why or what it's for. Fuck you. I was like, dude, this seems sketchy. I was like, doesn't it seem sketchy? I was like, doesn't this seem like a scam? And he didn't know what to say. And I was like, you can't look into my billing. I was like, I know that you probably got my profile there and there's a billing fucking section in your computer. Just click that goddamn tab and look at it and tell me what it's for. And he's like, well, I can't. We would have to go to higher management. I'm like, cool. Send me the fucking, why have we been talking for an hour? Send me the higher management then.
If you can't do it, find me somebody that can.
Right. I'm on hold for another hour. He comes back. Sir? Yeah? Same motherfucker, so I'm pissed. I went to talk to my boss about it, and we got a new boss who just kind of transferred in, and she doesn't know how to get into it. So she said that she'll have someone look into it tomorrow. I was like, no. I was like, fuck no. I was like, dude, I asked him, I was like, bro, how big do you think your company is? And he's like, well, I can't answer how many employees. And I was like, okay, well, how many millions of dollars do you think your company makes a year? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I was like, would you say more or less than 30 million? And he's like, probably more than 30 million. And I was like, so you're telling me you have a company that makes over 30 million fucking dollars and there's only one boss in there that can look this shit up? Like, that's what you're fucking sitting here and telling me. That you guys are this big of a business and somehow there's only one person in this whole motherfucker and they don't know how to do their job. And he's like, well, yeah. And I was like, bro, this is a fucking scam, right? So I took down his name and the name of the lady who was supposed to hit me up. I go back. I talked to the dude. I forced him to send me the money. First he was going to try to send me a goddamn check.
Fuck State Farm.
No, it was Kemper Insurance.
Fuck Kemper Insurance.
But they were going to try to send me a check. And I'm like, dude, I know you can send this right back to my card in a fucking day. Send it to my card. He was like, but we send check. I was like, a check will take 5 fucking days. Then I got to cash it. Or put it in my account, which will take another couple days. Fuck that. Send it directly to my card. So he sent it to my card, and he told me...
Again with this goddamn, it's my money, and I fucking want it now. It's not CJ, it's JG Wentworth,
it's JG Wentworth, right? And he told me, he's like, we'll mail you the bill by tomorrow, to prove why we owe you. They've never sent me another fucking bill. They haven't sent me shit. And I even contacted them back. I've tried to contact them back to ask for it, to even prove, like, it's not on me.
I'm waiting.
I'm fucking waiting. So, but I ended up getting that solved, and now I got other insurance.
Fuck that.
Dude, literally that day I went and bought new insurance. Fuck them. But okay. We've been bullshitting, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you about ready to close this fucker up then?
I think so.
All right, get to your plugging. Please and thank you. Yeah. You need me to rub your throat? Do I need to rub your throat?
We're on Anchor, Apple, and Spotify playlist at the Lunch Table PBJ. That's probably how you're listening to us right now, so keep doing that. That's very important. That is the most important thing that you can do to support us. If you want to do nothing else but the bare minimum, keep listening.
Yes.
That's how we know.
That's how we know you like it.
That's how we know you like it, how you want it.
Yeah.
CJ will flip the cold pillow over for you.
Yeah. With the cool side.
Yeah.
Are we the warm side? That's why we're going to flip it.
Potentially.
Not good.
Yeah. We're on Twitter at Lunch Table PBJ.
Yeah, because Twitter
did.
Yeah. Twitter has a weird thing with it.
That's how we do most of our polls. Go on there and take a vote there. You can also be involved in polls through Spotify on their poll system there.
Yeah, I would like to say, continue. I'm sorry.
We're on TikTok and Instagram at The Lunch Table PBJ. CJ takes care of a lot of that stuff, even though I do a lot of stuff behind the background. I give him the fame for that one.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
We're also at YouTube at The Lunch Table PBJ. Every episode that we put up on audio is going to eventually get put up on video as well, so you can see our facial gestures and things like that. There's a lot of stuff that you're missing out just watching the audio version of it.
Yeah, just listening to us. I'm Italian, so I talk with my hands. It's kind of funny.
I'm German and shake my knees.
Yeah. You also point with your hand flat. It's weird.
Not that time.
Ooh, hoo, hoo. But it was a gun noise. You hear that? He made a gun gesture. This German made a gun gesture at me and made a pop noise.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
We're on Facebook at the Lunch Table PBJ, as well as our fan page, The Munchies. If you want to go there and look and see what we're up to, or if you want to start a conversation, that's probably the best place to do it. And lastly, we're on Patreon at the Lunch Table PBJ. If you want to be that person that gives a little extra more, like I said in the first place, the bare minimum is to watch the videos. The bare maximum.
Oh, I like that. The bare maximum.
Bare maximum.
Ooh, jumbo shrimp.
If you want to donate just a little bit more to us, that would be fantastic. We'll use the money for good things.
Yes,
We
thank you,
swear.
Nick Jones.
Thanks, Nick Jones.
Thanks, Nick Jones.
That's all for me.
Okay, well, I would like to say the one thing I have noticed is we've been getting several new followers on the Munchie page.
Right. Thank
Actually,
you, guys.
yeah, thank you. So, like, a lot of people are joining that page. No, has anyone spoke up yet, though?
I don't think so, no.
No? I mean, I guess it will happen when it happens. We'll stop
Yeah.
bitching at you guys for it. You fucking shy fucks. Nah. As always, we love you. We love you guys. So make sure to do something wonderful for your mother. Okay? It's coming up. I know by the time you listen to this, it's going to be done and over. So hopefully you already done something great for your mother.
Yeah. If you haven't and now you're listening to it, go do something.
Yeah, go fucking do it before I knock on your door.
Yeah.
Because you should love your mother. Anyone with mummy issues where your mom was not the best mother, I'm sorry. Go, some figure. Go find a figure in your life that was a mother.
A mother. Yeah.
Yep. It doesn't have to be yours. Just a mother that you respect.
Your mother's mother, because nobody hates grandparents.
No, nobody hates grandparents. Dude, isn't that funny? They can be like as racy and weird, and you just still love them. You're like, they'll never change. I don't like that part about you, but I love you. But yeah, go let them know that you appreciate them, you love them. Drew, talking about that, I appreciate and love you. I appreciate and love our cast. Well, our fucking listeners, not our cast. We don't have I wish we had a fucking cast. That'd be sweet if we had a cameraman. But as always, thanks for stopping. It's getting a lot more fun around here.
See ya.